A little bit about myself and my own background and personal history. So I was an engineer by training, and then in the Valley, I became an entrepreneur. And I've been an entrepreneur for the last 20 odd years. And as it goes on with the entrepreneurship journey and the career in the Valley, you work really, really hard and you kind of do it at the expense of everything else, including your health. And that was also part of what I did for many, many years. And then I got the shock of my life about 7 years ago. This was back in 2014, when during a routine checkup, the doctors informed me that my A1C had shot to the roof. It was over 10, and I had a full-blown case of diabetes. And I think, as you heard from Dr. Soham and Dr. Ashna, basically diabetes is a progressive disease. And so the fact that it was diagnosed in 2014, it just means that's when it was officially diagnosed. In practice, the process started several decades before. In fact, there was some science that I should have paid more attention to. Regardless, so this was a place where I got shocked and decided to take some actions. And I kind of got it a little bit under control, but I was starting to drift again. And then in 2019, my doctor told me that I would need to start insulin. And that was a point where I said, no, I don't want to do that. And so that was a point where I basically decided to make lifestyle changes to correct this issue. And I also talked with a number of doctors, including doctors from El Camino, from Palo Alto Medical Foundation, and from Stanford, and a bunch of stuff, but working in collaboration with my doctors, made a set of changes that led me to get my A1C down to well below 6. And that's considered to be below the diabetic threshold.
My name is Alfredo Enciso. A little bit about myself. I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes last July. For me, it was a shocker. I kind of like, well, sorry, for me, it was a shocker. I went for a routine checkup as well. I wasn't feeling well. I felt weak, fatigued. I had no energy. So I thought something was wrong with me. And for me, I really wouldn't hardly ever go to the doctor unless I was really sick. So for me, that moment when I went, it was a moment for me that I was really sick. I had blood work done. Found out that I was diabetic. That's not something that runs in my family. So for me, it was a shocker. And uh, I saw my primary doctor, which referred me to Dr. Bindra, who guided me and helped me to combat the diabetes. Uh, I work a busy lifestyle, so taking care of myself wasn't a priority until I was sick. Then when I found out that I was really sick with diabetes, I decided to turn that around. And reason for that was I wanted to live longer for my family, live longer for myself. So making lifestyle changes has helped a lot. Seeing the right doctors and following their guidance is what has helped me quite a bit. And sharing my story for me is not easy because I'm more of a private, kind of quiet person to myself. But I'm glad that I'm given the opportunity to be able to share what happened to me as a positive, and hopefully everyone else can take that positive as well.